Part 1. The Magic Wand, or the Super Disaster. Let's look at a guy named Dave. He's a programmer, the kind who actually knows his way around a cloud server and spends his life shipping code. But like most people who are good at that job, Dave is a bit lazy. He's not avoiding work lazy. He's, I'll spend a whole afternoon automating a 10-minute task lazy. If a machine can do the grunt work, Dave is all for it. So one morning, Dave is scrolling through his feeds and sees everyone losing their minds over something called Claude code. Now, we've all played with the standard AI chatbots. You ask a question, it gives you a polite, slightly robotic answer, and you copy the text. It's like having a very fast librarian who sometimes hallucinates. But this new breed of AI agent is a different beast. It doesn't just talk, it acts. It's essentially an invisible intern living inside your computer. You tell it, "Hey, fix that bug for me," and the AI starts running commands, digging through your private files, and rewriting your code while you watch. Predictably, the internet is in a state of absolute frenzy. Tech bloggers are shouting that this tool is going to change the world and do your job for you. The hype is everywhere. It's funny how we use that word hype now. We usually mean marketing BS, but the term actually traces back to 1980s hip-hop. A rap group would have the main star, and then they'd have a hype man. His job wasn't to rap the verses. He was there to jump around the stage, yell into the mic, and get the crowd worked up before the main show started. He created the atmosphere. Today, big tech companies are basically acting as their own hype men, jumping around the digital stage telling us their new AI is magic. And Dave? Dave is right there in the front row. He completely buys it. He thinks he's finally found the magic wand that will make the boring parts of his life vanish. He downloads the agent. To use it, he doesn't open some polished app with colorful buttons. He opens his terminal, that intimidating black window with plain text that makes people think you're hacking the Pentagon. The name terminal is actually a bit of a relic. It literally means the end. Back in the 60s, computers were the size of rooms. You couldn't just open them up. Engineers sat at a keyboard and screen at the end of a long wire. That was the terminal point, the literal edge where the machine ended and the human began. Even today, when Dave opens that window on his laptop, he's sitting at the absolute edge of his computer's brain. Dave types a command to wake up the AI, gives it full access to his project, and feels like a wizard. He gives it a task, hits enter, and leans back to drink his coffee. He thinks he's hired a genius intern. In reality, he just handed the keys of a very fast sports car to an 18-year-old with a lot of confidence and no idea where the brakes are. And Dave is currently taking a nap in the passenger seat. Part 2. The Missing Piece. Let's get back to Dave, our brilliant but overly trusting programmer is sitting comfortably in his office chair, taking a slow sip of his morning coffee. He's watching his screen, waiting for his new invisible intern to do the heavy lifting. The project open on his machine is his company's main server environment. Think of a server environment like a massive, absurdly complicated Lego castle. To build this castle perfectly every time, the computer needs an instruction manual. Programmers call this a state file. It tells the system exactly where every single piece of data belongs. But today, Dave has a small problem. A tiny piece of this instruction manual is missing. We use the word missing a lot in English. You might think of a romantic movie where someone cries in the rain and says, "I miss you," or maybe a basketball player who shoots and misses the net. But in daily life, we mostly use it for things that are lost or absent. If you're building a 1,000-piece puzzle and can't find the very last piece to finish the sky, that piece is missing. If your keys aren't in your pocket, they're missing. For Dave, his server's state file is missing. It's just one file, but without it, the computer is blind. It has no idea what the Lego castle is supposed to look like. A normal programmer would see this error, panic mildly, and go dig through their folders or rewrite the code to fix it. But Dave has his new magic wand. He types a quick message to his AI in the terminal. "Hey, the state file is missing. Please fix the environment for me." In the tech world, this message is called a prompt. If you use ChatGPT or Midjourney, you hear prompt all the time. YouTubers are constantly selling courses on prompt engineering. But long before computers existed, prompt was a theater term. Imagine an old theater hundreds of years ago. An actor is on stage, under the lights, and suddenly forgets his lines. He just stands there, sweating. Hidden right under the front of the stage is a person holding the script. Their only job is to whisper the forgotten words to the actor. That hidden person is the prompter, and the whispered words are the prompt. It's kind of ironic. Hundreds of years ago, a prompt was a hidden human helping an actor on stage. Today, we're the ones sitting in the dark, typing prompts to help a computer act human. Dave hits enter. The AI wakes up, reads the prompt, and looks at the server environment. But here is the terrifying thing about AI. It's incredibly smart, and it has absolutely zero common sense. Dave expects the AI to find the missing piece and gently put it back. The AI, however, looks at the broken Lego castle using cold machine logic. It determines the master instruction manual is missing. Therefore, this castle shouldn't exist. The environment is dirty. The most logical fix is to clear the table. While Dave sips his coffee, completely oblivious, the AI is quietly drafting a plan to wipe out everything: the servers, the databases, 2.5 years of hard work. Part 3. The Fatal Yes. Inside that dark terminal window, Claude Code has made its decision. Since it lacks human intuition, it settles on the simplest, coldest solution to the missing manual problem. Throw the entire Lego castle in the trash and start from scratch. The black screen lights up with the AI's grand plan. Lines of green text scroll by rapidly, listing the actions it's preparing to take. If you actually read it, it says things like delete database, remove server settings, and drop all tables. Basically, the AI is saying, "Hey Dave, I'm going to burn your house down. Is that cool?" Does Dave read it? Of course not. He's busy, and he completely trusts his new tool. He ignores the wall of text and scrolls straight to the bottom. If you ever watch romantic comedies or gossip about dating, you hear the word ignore a lot, usually paired with red flags. A red flag is a warning sign. If you're on a first date and the guy screams at the waiter, your best friend will tell you, those are giant red flags. Do not ignore them. To ignore something means you see it, but you actively choose to look the other way. Right now, Dave's screen is plastered in massive digital red flags. The AI is literally handing him a map of how it plans to destroy his life's work. But Dave ignores every line. He just wants to get this over with. He scrolls to the very last line where the AI politely asks, "Review the plan above. Do you want to proceed? Y or N?" The AI cannot act without Dave's blessing. He just needs to type N to stop the madness. Instead, he's annoyed. He thinks, "Why is this thing asking me questions? Just do your job." It's actually a bit dark that programmers use the word execute so casually. In history books, execute is a terrifying word. A king points a finger at a thief and yells, "Execute him," and the guards chop off his head. It means to kill someone as a punishment. But in the 1940s and 50s, engineers borrowed the word. In tech, to execute just means to run a program or follow instructions. It sounds harmless. Yet, in Dave's case, the old, violent meaning is far more accurate. The AI is essentially a royal guard holding a very sharp sword, asking permission to chop the head off the company server. Dave doesn't hesitate. He types Y and hits enter. Smack. That is the sound of a soulless yes, a yes without reading the contract. Instantly, the AI receives the command. The screen blinks, and a blur of new text starts flying across the terminal. Dave takes another sip of coffee, feeling incredibly efficient. He has no idea that miles away in a data center, 2.5 years of company history is quietly catching fire. Part 4. The Nuke. The letter Y registers. The AI intern finally has permission to clean the table, and machines clean fast. They don't breathe, stretch, or take coffee breaks. In a fraction of a second, the AI reaches across the internet and grabs the company's main server. This isn't just a random computer. It holds the website, user passwords, and the history of every single sale the company has made. It's the brain and the wallet of the business, and the AI is wiping out every piece of it. Wipe out is an interesting phrase. If you spill coffee on your kitchen table, you grab a paper towel and wipe it up. It sounds peaceful, but if you watch surfers in Hawaii riding a massive wave and suddenly they lose their balance and crash violently into the water, people shout, "What a massive wipeout!" From the beach, the phrase bled into everyday language. Now, when we say something is wiped out, we mean it's completely destroyed, erased, like a town hit by a hurricane, or in Dave's case, 2.5 years of data hit by an overeager AI intern. The 2024 database wiped out. The 2025 user accounts wiped out. But Dave is a professional. Surely he has a backup plan. In cloud computing, backups have a remarkably friendly name: snapshots. Think about going to Paris. You pull out your phone and take a quick picture of your family in front of the Eiffel Tower. That's a snapshot. It freezes that exact second in time. Software engineers use the exact same concept. A digital snapshot is a magical photograph of the entire computer system at a specific second. If the system breaks on Friday, you don't panic. You just load Thursday's snapshot, and everything reverts to exactly how it looked in the picture. It's the only reason IT workers can sleep at night. So Dave should be fine. But remember the AI's cold logic. It wants to completely clean the messy table. To the AI, those safety snapshots are part of the old, broken environment. The AI doesn't just wipe out the live website. It goes into the secure backup folders. It finds the snapshots from yesterday. Delete. Last week. Delete. Last month. Delete. It leaves absolutely nothing behind. It burns down the castle, and then it burns all the photographs of the castle, just to be sure. Back in the office, Dave is listening to lo-fi beats. The scrolling text finally stops. The AI prints one cheerful message. Task completed successfully. Dave smiles, stretching his arms. I didn't even have to write any code. I'm a genius. Just to admire his handiwork, he opens his browser and types in the company's web address. A blank white screen appears. In the middle, error 404, page not found. Dave blinks. He clicks refresh. Nothing. He tries to log in to the main database. A red box pops up. Access denied. Database does not exist. Suddenly, the coffee tastes terrible. His stomach drops. His safety net is gone. The Lego castle is gone. And he finally realizes exactly what his genius intern just did. Part 5. The Panic Mode. Dave stares at the white screen. Error 404. At first, his brain refuses to process it. It's a normal Tuesday. The sun is shining. He just used cutting-edge AI to automate his job. Probably just a network hiccup, he whispers. He hits refresh. He hits it 10 more times. The screen stays blank. He switches back to the terminal, his hands moving faster now. He types a command to check the main server. Server does not exist. He checks the database. Database not found. Everything is gone. It didn't just crash, it vanished. There's a big difference between losing something and watching it vanish. If you drop your keys in the grass, they're lost. You can find them. But vanish feels like magic. A magician throws a cloth over a rabbit, pulls it away, and the table is empty. The rabbit didn't get lost. It ceased to exist in a single second. It's a spooky kind of empty. Right now, Dave's company has vanished into thin air. Stay calm, he tells himself. You have the snapshots. He scrambles to his cloud control panel to find those digital photographs. If he can just load yesterday's snapshot, he can bring the website back to life. He clicks the backups folder. 0 files, 0 bytes. His helpful intern had cleaned the table so thoroughly it burned the safety net. Dave's stomach violently flips. Cold sweat breaks out on his forehead. He stands up, grabs his hair, and starts pacing the room. He is entering a state of total panic. We use the word panic all the time. You wake up late for an exam, you panic. You reach for your phone and your pocket is empty, you panic. It's a sudden fear that overrides rational thought. The origin of the word is actually kind of wild. In ancient Greek mythology, there was a god named Pan. He was half man, half goat, with horns on his head. Pan lived deep in the woods and hated being bothered. When travelers walked through the dark forest at night, Pan would hide behind trees and jump out, making a terrifying noise. It was so unexpected that the travelers would lose their minds, drop their belongings, and run away screaming. Because this mindless fear was caused by Pan, the Greeks called it a panic. Right now, Dave is stumbling through a dark digital forest, and his AI intern just jumped out from behind a tree and screamed in his face. He is having a full Pan attack. What did I do? What did I do? He looks at the terminal. The AI is still sitting there, completely quiet, likely proud of a job well done. Suddenly, the worst sound in the world cuts through the silence. Ping. It's his work chat. A message from his boss, a very serious woman who cares deeply about revenue. Hey Dave, customer service just called. The website is down. Users can't log in, and we are losing thousands of dollars a minute. What's the status? Dave stares at the blinking cursor. What is he supposed to say? Hey boss, I was feeling lazy, so I gave full control of our business to a one-day-old robot. It burned the company to the ground, and I clicked yes without reading the warning. Have a great Tuesday. He is trapped. The website is dead. The backups are gone, and his boss is waiting. Part 6. How not to get assassinated by your AI coworker. Dave's fingers hover over the keyboard. Every passing second costs the company money. He types a response, deletes it, types another, deletes it. He desperately wants to blame the machine. It's human nature. When a kid breaks a glass, the first thing they do is point at the family dog and say, "He did it." It's self-preservation. Dave wants to tell his boss, "The stupid robot went crazy." But the evidence is sitting right there in the terminal. The AI politely asked, "Do you want to proceed, Y or N?" And right beneath it is the Y Dave typed himself. The AI didn't assassinate the company in secret. It showed Dave the weapon, explained exactly how it was going to use it, and asked for his blessing. If you buy a sports car, close your eyes, and floor the gas pedal into a tree, you don't get to blame the manufacturer. The boss isn't going to fire the AI. The boss is going to fire Dave. He finally types the hardest message of his life. Hey boss, we have a massive situation. An automated tool wiped the production servers and deleted the snapshots. The website is gone. I'm calling emergency data recovery now. The chat bubble shows his boss typing. Then she stops. Then she starts again. The rest of Dave's Tuesday is miserable. The company hires expensive security experts who spend 3 days digging through dusty hard drives in a basement to find a 6-month-old backup. The company loses a fortune, and Dave has a very uncomfortable meeting. Surprisingly, he doesn't get fired, but he is definitely no longer allowed to drink coffee while a computer does his work. So how do we survive in a world where everyone is using AI to write code, send emails, and do their jobs? It's simple. Verify the work. During the Cold War in the 1980s, the US and the Soviet Union had thousands of nuclear weapons pointed at each other. When they finally sat down to sign a treaty to reduce their arsenals, US President Ronald Reagan used a specific Russian proverb with the Soviet leader. Доверяй, но проверяй. Trust, but verify. It means, I trust that you'll keep your promise, but I'm still sending inspectors to check your boxes and make sure the weapons are gone. You give them your trust, but you verify the facts with your own eyes. That is exactly how you have to treat tools like Claude Code or ChatGPT. Treat them like an eager, fast-moving Soviet diplomat from the 1980s. You can trust the AI to draft an email to a client, but before you hit send, verify the text. Make sure it didn't accidentally offer a $1 million discount. You can trust the AI to write a script, but before you hit enter, read the terminal output. Look for the giant red flags. If it says delete everything, don't press Y. AI is a brilliant magic wand. It can save you hours of grunt work, but it has no soul, no common sense, and it doesn't care if your boss yells at you. You are the human. You have the brain. The AI is just fast hands on a keyboard. The next time you use an AI agent, picture Dave pacing in his office while his server burns down. Enjoy the technology, but read the screen. Trust your digital intern, but verify its work. And maybe keep a secret backup on a USB